Guy wanted me to make him a queen size blanket. Hey. Your blankets are amazing. Do you do commissions? Hello. Hi. Sorry. I've been out of town with my fiancé. Haven't been on Instagram much. Well, that's not a very good business practice. I beg your pardon? Not responding to potential clients. I'm sorry. As I said, I was out of town with my fiancé. Is there something I can do for you? Yes. A commission, that's why I messaged you in the first place. Okay. I want a blanket. In a Catherine's wheel stitch. You do know what that is, right? Light gray, light blue and cream. Oh, and I would like it made out of natural fiber like wool or alpaca. None of that acrylic shit. What size? And I'm going to need to know what type of fiber you want, because there's a big cost difference in wool, alpaca, and acrylic shit. Wool. And it's going to be a blanket for the couch, so it needs to be big enough for 2 people to be under. So let's say 6x 7 feet. So you want basically a queen-sized blanket. Give me a couple hours and I'll get back to you on a price. Okay. Are you wanting thick or regular yarn? Regular. I don't want it super bulky. Okay, I can make the blanket for $400. I require 50% upfront and the other percent 50 upon completion. It will probably take me 3-4 weeks to complete. Are you for real? Yeah. That is an insane amount of money for a ducking blanket. I can literally go to Walmart and get a blanket for $15. Then go to Walmart and get a blanket. Seriously. How the fuck did you get that price? For a blanket. You want a blanket that is 100% wool. Not acrylic or anything artificial. I'll blanket the size you want who's going to require roughly 4,200 yards of yarn. Which would require me to buy 20 skeins of wool. The wool is $8 per skein. That would come out to $160 then, not $400. Plus craft stores are always having sales, so you could probably get the yarn for a lot less. The other $240 is for my time. That's insane. You're charging way too much. You want a wool blanket that is essentially queen size made of wool. You want a complex stitch that works up extremely slowly. A blanket as large as you are requesting in such a slow stitch will take me. That charging less than $2 an hour is charging way too much. Other crocheters can make it for so much cheaper. Then have it made by other crocheters. You are insane. I can't believe you think $400 is a fair price. I need this blanket made. It's for my girlfriend. She's super ill and I want her to have something nice. That's unfortunate, but it's still going to cost you $400. You're insane. You should give me a friends and family discount or something, since you took forever to respond to me. I charge friends and family more. I'll tell you what. Here's what we are going to do. You make the blanket. Get the yarn on sale. On sale only. When it's completed I will pay you. But only when it's completed. I'll give you $70. Which is more than generous. No. You pay me $200 upfront and $200 upon completion. Then you pay shipping. Why the duck do I pay half upfront? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Because if you back out I'm not $160 in the hole on yarn. No, you're going to buy the yarn on sale. Of course I'm going to buy the yarn on sale. But I'm still gonna charge you full price. You're insane. I gave you a really generous offer. I'm going to report you. I'll make sure everyone knows of your scam. You are changing way too much. Way too much. Oh no. Nobody will ever ask me to do a commission again. Don't do that. I'm begging you. You're going to be going out of bussiness. Oh. My. Gosh. You don't believe me? Oh no. I do. I just don't care. Duck you. I will destroy your business. Dude. I don't have a business, I'm a ducking flight instructor. Crochet for an income. I don't even really want commissions that much. So if you want the damn blanket, then that's what I'm charging. Duck you. Then you should do it for free. You don't need the money. Tell you what. I'll do it for $800. Ah, the classic I need this desperately, so you should charge less tactic. It's a powerful negotiation tool, admitting that you're desperate. It's funny how all of these jerks are trying to get something for someone sick, or in a hospital too. My poor one-legged, orphaned grandmother is sick in the hospital. It turns out she has an incurable disease. They gave her only 52.5 minutes to live, so you better hurry. She's also allergic to fake acrylic shit, so you better make sure it's 100% organic, free-range, gluten-free wool. Most I can pay is 3 pocket lints, 1 belly button lint and the loose change I found in the Walmart parking lot. This is generous. Buy the yarn on sale or your business will perish. I need 4 pocket lints. Next. I love that you should give me a friends and family discount, even though he's been a huge dick the whole time, anything but a friend or family member. Although the response was golden, I charge friends and family more lol. I don't think people realize that they're asking to pay a skilled trades person. Like, everyone knows artisanal bread are way more expensive than Wonder Bread. So of course a handmade blanket is gonna be more expensive. But since it's a hobby, they expect the person to work for free doing something they can't, because it's a nice way to unwind after work. Yeah, but Walmart only charge $15. If they can make mass-produced machined stuff that cheap, then surely some crummy handmade thing can be done cheaper. Edit. Apparently this doesn't come across as dripping with sarcasm as I thought. Makes me want to buy a blanket. Blankets are the best. Hey, any chance I can get a throw for my couch? I need free-range organic alpaca wool. It's going to be roughly 7 foot x 6. I need a Catherine's wheel stitch, if you're even cultured enough to know what that is. I checked on Alibaba, and I can get a similar blanket for $20, so I'll give you $35, so you can buy yourself something nice. I literally had to look up the stitch. It's pretty. IDK if he knew someone who crocheted himself or something, but he seemed to know a bit about yarn. That or he did some basic research. And $35? You are extremely generous. That will almost pay for shipping. It's for church, honey. At least 20 people need to fit under the blanket. Next. You're missing out. Bug time. 20s and larger only, please don't waste my time, God bless. Edit. I just got my first gold couple weeks back after 2 years, and now a second one. For this? My girlfriend worked in customer service for a while. The people with biblical email addresses, or who ended their message with God bless, were always the shittiest people. The classic I will destroy your business response. I know, right? Dude, there's nothing to destroy. Do they make an asshole book of lines to say when you're not getting your way? I think they just put a new dust cover on the big book of personal attacks and resolute tbh. It's pretty hard to get that book though. I think they only take exposure as pay. I also want a free copy that I will show my many friends. Also, can I get my family crest in gold leaf on the cover? I think it would make a nice conversation piece. I like to sleep in, so don't send it through the post as they come way too early. It's probably best if you hand deliver it to make sure it arrives sometime after lunch. Right? Are we really supposed to be afraid of the guy who balks at $400? My favorite is. I'm going to sue with my lawyer who works for the exposure. I've had a whopping 0 lawyers contact me after being threatened with one. It's the adult equivalent of I'm telling my father. You should have asked about the lawyer. Told the guy you were lonely and looking for a lawyer to talk to. So I like to crochet a lot. It's a hobby, not a business. I occasionally take commissions though. And then use commission money to support my hobby. I work a full-time job. A guy wanted me to make him a queen-size blanket. You have so much more patience than me. I wold blocked him after that first bad business bullshit. She has so much more patience than me. I would have stopped crocheting after the first couple of stitches. I'm recovering from a spinal fusion at the moment, so I have a lot of time. My wife makes baby quilts for friends, hand stitching, original designs, but it's not even close to queen size. So I know how much time and work it is. So what you said about the $2/HR is definitely a thing. To make a fair wage on one of her quilts, the price would be exorbitant. $400 is totally fair, but I'm sure he'll love his $15 blanket from Walmart. This is why I don't do commissions anymore, even for friends and family. If someone wants me to make something, I offer to teach them to knit or crochet until they're at a level where they can make it themselves. I'll even make a pattern or advise on construction, since a lot of my stuff is freehand/patternless. I spent a few months making so many crochet lovés because I got the itch, which I then gave away to families with kids. People thought they were adorable and gushed about how I should sell them. When all was said and done, I spent between 20 and 30 hours crocheting each one, and about $15 in materials if I didn't have what I needed in my stash. People were shocked when I said I'd have to sell them for $75-100. Who wants to spend that much for a toy? That's why they're always gifts. It's really easy to underestimate the amount of time necessary to make something like that. And if you can't make multiples at the same time, it immensely drives cost. I'll tell you what. I'll do it for $800. Lol. Best part by far. After all that insanity from the potential buyer, I can just hear the careless mugacity dripping from that sentence. Beautiful. My favorite was, of course, I'm going to buy it on sale, but I'm still gonna charge you full price. I hated it when people would pull that shit on me with costumes. Like, planning the shopping trips to get the necessary materials on sale takes time and energy on my part, and I can't always guarantee that the material will be on sale in a reasonable time frame, or that they'll have enough of it that I won't have to special order it. So I'm not going to eat that additional cost of time to arrange the shopping trips to save a few $, and I'm definitely not going to eat my already meager margins up by special ordering fabric, but charging you the sale price. Gap. Remember kids, if you think something costs too much, you can fix that with a few magic words. Sorry, I can't afford that right now. Yeah, but have you tried insulting and berating the artist until they lower the price? I have not. Does that usually work? No, but you should try it. If you're lucky, you get front page on this sub/s. I love that you're a flight instructor who crochets. Or am I a crocheter who flight instructs? Or do you teach crochet in high stress situations like having to suddenly fly a plane while you are desperately trying to finish a commission? Stall training while crocheting sounds like a good way to end up with a hook up your nose. Imagine a flight instructor who crochets a parachute when things go rough. Jesus H. $400 is a fucking steal for what he was asking for. I've seen merino blankets that size going between $800 and $1,200. Yeah, and I wasn't looking at super nice wool. The materials cost would have more than doubled if it was merino. That's expensive yarn. I'm lucky in that I live in New Zealand. My neighbors raise merino sheep. Shame I don't knit. Well, you better get knitting. My wife is sick and needs one for free. You can just steal the wool, right? I demand $1,200 upfront, thank you. He was so snarky for no reason. If he's trying to ask for something, why is he being so salty? I creeped through his Insta. Lots of bragging and shit. Was a total dow checker, no. Should have said, I guess you don't have enough money to afford my work. That really gets to those types. Then comes the I make more in a month than you make in a year response. Then you should have no problem buying the blanket. Holy fuck, you are a master. Thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to see more interesting video. Goodbye.